Today, I was just saying, today is one of those days where I forget to turn the microphone on, but it's a good thing I remembered before I recorded everything. So anyway, I'm just going to be sitting here, and we're going to be talking about the latest update for Pokemon GO, because not only is there a decent amount of quality of life updates in the update itself, but there's also a lot hiding under the hood. Also, can you just see the peeling that's going on my face? Thank you. Again, San Francisco. It was a lovely weekend. It's also 6 o'clock in the evening, and I'm drinking coffee because... So to start, this version is 0.115.2. Excuse me, we'll pick up after this conversation. It's cooled off enough. So, we're going to start with the Silph Road's APK mine, and I'm going to go along with that. Just kind of show you some of the new things in the actual game, since I do have the update on my Android phone. Well, for one thing, there is a new notification, but we're going to start here. We're going to go in order as Dromps has kind of outlined things. And again, I'm not going to go over every single thing that the Silph Road found in their APK mine. I'll link to that down in the description if you want to read the full stuff. A lot of it is, back-end type stuff, kind of technological things that Dromps is really into that, to me, are interesting, but maybe not the most important to share with a wider audience. So again, linked in the description if you want the full details. But the first and the most important thing is that the game engine has been updated. Pokemon GO is built on a game engine called Unity, and it's been updated pretty significantly. This is essentially the platform that the game is built on, and according to Dromps, this update of the game engine could fix a lot of the bugs that we've been seeing in recent versions. So, hopefully, because of this update to Unity, the game will start running a lot smoother. One of those changes with the Unity engine is to lighting and shaders and the way that works. So what you'll notice as soon as you update is that a lot of Pokemon look a little bit different. So I'll put the Android one on this side, my iPhone, this is the old version, on this side, and you can see immediately that the Chanseys have slightly different colors, the textures look a little different, and that's because of the way that the lighting is working in-game. You can see it in basically every Pokemon, but some are a little harder to see than others. But again, that is mostly because of the way that the lighting has changed in-game. Now, this is something that we see quite often when shiny forms are about to be introduced. We'll see Pokemon's sort of models, textures, whatever, get updated before the shiny gets released. Does this mean that every shiny Pokemon is going to be released soon? Probably not, but we might be one step closer to that. And speaking of every shiny Pokemon, wow, Trails. Trails has been added again and found basically every shiny Pokemon. So take a look at this. This is a collection of screenshots from Trails' live stream that was compiled by Pokemon Go Hub. And Trails, again, to get these, sort of uses a modified game client. I'm not sure exactly how this all works, but basically anything that's in the network traffic, any information that the server could send to the game, Trails knows how to get that information and not put it necessarily into his actual game. These are not Pokemon on his account, but it's sort of a modified version of that. It's this modified client that asks the server for those assets, and that's why he can see them. So they're ready. They're there. Shiny forms of a lot of Pokemon. Also among them, Kecleon, Gorbis, some other unreleased Pokemon. So we could be seeing these very soon. There's just a lot going on behind the scenes with this latest update. There's a lot going on at Niantic HQ on the servers that's basically seems like it's getting primed and ready for a launch. Again, just because the shiny forms are in the network traffic doesn't mean that Niantic's going to release them anytime soon. Some people now are speculating that the Ultra Bonus could be a massive wave of shinies being released in Pokemon Go. I still think it's more likely that we have some kind of like Mewtwo day like we've had Articuno, Zapdos, Moltres day. But I think the good news here is that if everything's ready on the server side, we're not going to get these kind of hints ahead of time, the way that, certain Pokemon got updated right before their shinies released. If every Pokemon is ready to have its shiny released, Niantic can just do that whenever, so that we don't get spoiled and we'll actually find them in-game before we find them in the network traffic. Anyway, that's Trails. Trails is at it again. A lot of shiny forms, a lot of new Pokemon in that network traffic. when's it coming to the game? I can't say with any amount of certainty. Continuing through the APK mine, the notification system has been updated, so you saw more detailed information for raids nearby. You can see more detailed information when a Pokemon comes back from a gym, including telling you when you hit your 50 coin limit for the day. We also have the Niantic Kids initiative fully ready to go in this version. Basically, Niantic tweeted about this a couple days ago. They've partnered up with Super Awesome to give parents more control over their kids' account. Unfortunately, this only works with new accounts, so you can't take a child's account and port it over and then get these new permissions because, well, I mean, that's what a lot of people want to do, because if your kid is under 13 years old, they can't trade. So if you followed the rules and you gave your child's actual age, well, you can't trade with your child. Unfortunately, this new Niantic Kids login system won't change that, but if you are making a child's account from now moving forward, maybe use the Niantic Kids and give the permissions that you want to give, or just say that your kid's 13, but I didn't say that. You didn't hear that from me. I'm going to jump into the Friends tab now because there are some updates here that are great. Updates we've definitely been asking for. For one thing, check this out. I'm going to send a gift to Andrew Goldfarb. Now, obviously, you can see that you've sent a gift when you're on the trainer's page, but when you back out, look at Andrew's profile picture. There's a little arrow there indicating that we have, or that I have, already sent a gift, so I don't actually need to check to see if I've sent him one. Also, behind my next friend, Samurai Sora, you can see a blue background. The blue background means we've already interacted today. Our friendship has already gone up for the day. So if I scroll down, well, it looks like no one else has opened a gift from me today, probably because I've been pretty bad at sending them. So here come some gifts, friends. Maybe after I'm done recording this. Oh, also, by the way, I did get an EX raid pass for the one Reggie Rock. I almost said Reggie Ice. I almost said Reggie Steel. Reggie Rock raid that I did yesterday. Marine Housekeeping, August 25th. Guess where I'll be? If you guessed Japan, you're correct. The good news is, though, in the future, I might be able to share this EX raid pass with someone. In the APK, there is new code set up to share an EX pass with friends. How exactly this is going to work, we don't know yet, but it could either be maybe you just transfer the EX pass straight to your friend, or you get to invite a friend to come with you. Either way, I think it's great because there are a lot of instances where people can't attend their EX raid, like myself with this one here, and being able to share this pass or pass it on to a friend so that they can go do the raid and get a Mewtwo instead of me, that just seems like a really logical thing to implement here. So again, we don't know how it's going to work or when it's going to go live, but there is code to eventually be able to share EX passes with friends. There's also code setting up a system to add friends by QR code, which I think is something I said in my live stream just a couple days ago. So it should be a little bit quicker to add friends. You'll be able to just pull up a QR code. They can scan the QR code and then boom, friends, instead of having to type and everything. So that's just one small step towards making adding friends and eventually trading even faster. Ditto is finally coming soonish to research. This was kind of promised with the Kanto research set, which was the last set of research at least a month and a half ago, and Ditto never showed up as a research reward. So finally, there's some new code, and Ditto should be coming as a research reward soon. Another new update is the search filter Lucky. You can now search for your Lucky Pokemon, and shout out to everyone who traded me a Lucky, Shadow Claw, Shadow Ball, Gengar. These are some of my favorite Lucky Pokemon. Should max them. This one's a little low, but in your settings, you can now stop sharing your recently caught Pokemon with friends. So on your friends list, when you see that someone caught a Pokemon recently, you can opt out of that. No one's gonna see and spoil my catches before my videos go live. Also, you could just turn it off because maybe that'll make your friends list load a little bit faster if no one's sharing what Pokemon they caught recently. It's up to you. Also fixed in this version is the berry bug, the bug that was preventing a lot of people from getting through their research stacks. Also, the research stacks are fixed, so if you lost Pokemon from your research stack, you can check the link in the description and send an email to Niantic customer support to get back the Pokemon that you lost. Sorry about that. I mean, I don't know why I'm apologizing. It's not my fault. It's Niantic's fault, but they're working on fixing that for people. But also the berry bug. The berry bug is gone, so you can feed a berry to a Pokemon, run away, leave it in your stack, come back, and you should be able to catch it. There is new code. hinting at something that's been hinted before, a Pokestop submission system. The code for that is coming along, and I guess getting more complete. Niantic is still working behind the scenes on a Pokestop submission system for Pokemon Go, and hopefully that's something we see sooner rather than later. New badges for the Safari Zone event in Yokosuka. I'm excited for that one. And finally, a new move was discovered. Meteor Mash. Meteor Mash most people know as the signature move for Metagross, which means potentially a Beldum Community Day, maybe after Chikorita. Again, I thought it might still be too early for Gen 3, but if we get Meteor Mash as a Metagross exclusive move, I would be so happy, because shiny Metagross, again, probably one of the best shinies, because it's so significantly different from the original, and because, come on, it's gold and silver. That's just, it's cool. So I think that about sums it up for this newest version of Pokemon Go. Again, remember, this is slowly rolling out to Android devices. It's not out on iOS yet, as of the time I'm recording this. But this should be forced, this should be out for everyone before Monday at 1 p.m. because that's when we're expecting Celebi research to go live in Pokemon Go. And speaking of Celebi research, I need to wrap it up and get back to planning because today has been a day of planning. Oh yeah, I just booked a flight also, so I gotta pack because I'm going to the airport first thing in the morning. So anyway, special Saturday video for you here. There's not gonna be an upload Sunday. There might not be one Monday either because I'll be kind of working on the Celebi research, hopefully. Anyway, I don't like playing this cryptic game. I have some big stuff planned for Celebi and it starts this weekend. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching. Clearly I don't have a sign off. I'll see you guys very soon for some Celebi in Pokemon Go.